Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Scott, and this is my second part of sports idioms. I just recorded the first one about 15 minutes ago, and I'm on the second one now because there are so many good sports idioms I want to introduce. So let's get started in the second half of our sports idioms. And the first one is going to be off base. I'm just looking over the board quickly here to make sure I got the first one correctly. So off base comes from baseball. If you're familiar with baseball, you have your first base, second base, and third base, and home base. No, sorry, in English it's home plate. That's just an extra little bit of education there for you. So bases and home plate. But let's get back to the idioms. So this is to be off base. So if you're off base, the idea here is that you're a little bit off on your ideas. You're not correct in the way what you're thinking, your way of thinking. And I'll give you an example here to help with that as well. So your ideas are okay, but you're a little bit off base of what we want to achieve. So a little bit off the point of what we want to achieve. You're off base. And the next one is going to come from darts, and it's on target. Now, if you're familiar with a dartboard, it comes in different patterns of circles and such. And if you get it right in the middle, which is called the bullseye, anyways, you're going to be on target. A little bit kind of the opposite of off base. To be on target is to be exact and precise and correct in your ideas or assumptions. So an example here. So that proposal you have for the plan that we want is really on target. It really matches up well. So to be on target is to be precise, exact, correct. Next up is to be on the ball. Now, there are many kinds of balls in sports, but we'll say this one comes mostly from baseball. So to be on the ball is to be very aware, knowledgeable, and know what's going on, know the situation, and know what's happening. So at work, he's always on the ball. He never forgets things. He never makes mistakes. Well, he may make a few mistakes, but he never lets anything slip by. So to be on the ball is to be really aware and on top of things, which is also a good idiom. So on top of things, to be on the ball, know what's going on, know the situation. Next up is to be out in left field. Now, if you're familiar with baseball, we have our left field, center field, and right field. Now, why I said out in left field, I'm not exactly sure why it's going to be left field, but to be out in left field is kind of be away and out of the situation completely. Similar to being off base in a way. So to be out in left field. So the party planners had these ideas, but he was out in left field with totally different ideas that didn't really, match up well with what everybody else thought. So that's to be out in left field, is kind of be away from and not aware of the situation around you, to be out in left field. Next up is to be out of his league or her league or that person's league. Again, we're going to go with baseball mostly, but it could be any sport, because soccer, baseball, volleyball, they all have different leagues. So to be out of his league this is a little bit over his head, over capacity for what that person is. It could be a his or a her. And an example here to help you with that. So he's kind of a lazy and unorganized person, and she is very on the ball and very clever. She is basically out of his league. So maybe he should not try to, as far as any kind of dating situation goes, she's out of his league. He really doesn't live up to maybe expectations would not work out well. So out of his league or out of her league. Next up is going to be to settle a score with someone. And this can come with any sport as well. Now, to settle a score with someone, basically means break it down. So somebody has done something to you and you want to pay them back, but maybe not in a kind way. That's to settle a score with someone. In a sense, we could say it's a revenge situation. So an example here. So after he took his job from him, he wanted to settle the score. So he joined a different company, and then his company took over that previous company. So to settle a score with someone, to get revenge in that aspect, because somebody did you wrong. Next up is going to be a shot in the dark, which comes from hunting. Now, I said previously I don't advocate hunting, but shot in the dark means you're not really sure if this is going to work or not, but you just take a shot in the dark to see if it is successful. So an example here, with this new business idea would work or not, wasn't really too sure. So he took a shot in the dark to see if it would be successful, and hopefully it was. So that's to take a shot in the dark. You're not sure if the situation will be successful, but you'll try it anyways. Take a shot in the dark. And I'm going to go to the skating world for the next one, and that's going to be skate on thin ice. Now, if you skate on thin ice, that's a dangerous situation because that ice could break and you plunge into the water. So you don't want that to happen. So skate on thin ice to do something that's probably dangerous or precarious to do. So an example on this case, he's skating on thin ice, always taking days off, too many days off, and his boss is starting to get suspicious. It's a little bit dangerous for him to do that. So to skate on thin ice, do something precariously. Got to be careful. Next up is to take a rain check. And that can come from different sports as well, but this one is mostly from baseball. So if you take a rain check, you can't do it now, but you hope to do it in the future. So A invites B to a party. B can't go to the party, but B says, let me take a rain check, and I hope to go next time. And I do hope that B can go next time as well. So to take a rain check, not this time, but if a situation or opportunity arises in the future, I definitely want to do it then. Take a rain check for now. And my last one comes from the sport of boxing, which is to throw in the towel. Now, if you're familiar with this, if you're familiar with boxing at all, then when a manager or a coach throws in the towel at the ringside, that means stopping the match. The match is over. Maybe because this person's boxer is being beaten too hard. So to throw in the towel is to quit and give up, maybe because the situation may be too difficult. So he always tries new things, but he eventually throws in the towel and gives up on those things as well. So he doesn't continue. He gives up on them maybe a little too easily. So to throw in the towel is to quit, to give up on something. Okay, everybody, those are my 10 sports idioms for the second half. I hope you enjoyed them. If you have any questions or comments about idioms or anything else, please, by all means, do contact us. And a like and a subscription would also be highly appreciated. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back here again soon. Until then, have a great day.